Hi friends, we're at the Bend Costco. We're at the Bend Costco, and I'm gonna run in here and grab chicken because I don't want to roast a chicken. I'm gonna go in here and grab their roast chickens because I'm not doing a turkey either. So we're gonna go in here and grab just a few things. We need milk, we need a chicken. Aaron asked for ribeyes. He wants ribeyes for Thanksgiving, or a ribeye. So we shall see what we can find. We're gonna go in here. We've got our executive membership, and if you didn't know, now you know. Your executive membership can get you in earlier than a normal membership. So we're gonna go ahead and head in here. If it costs more, I don't want it. But I think we got our Costco membership with a military discount when they did their military day. I can't remember. We're gonna go in here and see what we can see. I don't have anybody with me, so I am able to shop till I drop and take you guys along, and let's see what we can see. All right, here's my Costco membership. It says executive, so we're gonna take this gold membership in here and do some shopping and try not to do any damage. Maybe we can find some Christmas stuff. I need paper and markers for the kids. They need paper, cardstock, and markers because they're making dragons and they're doing fun stuff with art. So we need to facilitate that. The poinsettias smelled like roses. It was wonderful to stand there and breathe in that air. It smelled so good. And I found these cactuses. I always called them Christmas cactuses. My mom used to have a bright red one. So I picked up one of those, and $40 for the waffle maker. I quickly browsed all of the gadgets, the kitchen gadgets and things that they had. Then when I was shopping around, I did not know that Costco sold poultry feed. What do you know? They do, and it's organic poultry feed. They also have bird feed. So if that's something that you need, shoot, in the future when we have chickens, that's where I'll get my poultry feed from. They have the coconut palm sugar, and they also have Celtic salt, both good things. All right, so they're all out of the organic A2 milk. They just had the giant jugs of regular whole milk, and those are too big for my kids to lift on their own. Somebody's gonna attempt to and spill milk everywhere, so we're not gonna get those. We're gonna hit up another store because I've got to find one of my kids some goat milk yogurt desperately. We got to find her some goat milk yogurt because that's the only yogurt that'll do that she can take. The other yogurts are just not yummy. So we're on the hunt. We'll have to go to another store. We always love to see what book selection Costco has, and they do have the Wings of Fire box sets. My kids are big fans of the Wings of Fire series. If you have kids ages 8 to 13, they might be interested in this series as well. Costco has saunas for sale, $549 for the fabric sauna setup, or you could just splurge and get the wooden one, because I feel like that one would get funky with the fabric and the chair on the inside. But the wooden one, of course, it's a bit more substantial, but it's really nice. It's triple the cost. But we used to have a sauna in our last house. I miss it so much. I would definitely consider one of those if we had the space for it. And then I was checking out all of these little crochet kits. These look so fun. I think my kids would really like the Star Wars crochet kit. I saw this giant dream house, Lakeview Villa, and I just like to look at those things. We don't actually need those things in our life, but they are so fun to look at, to window shop, to browse, and to experience. It's fun to experience all of these things. Then, of course, we found all of the Christmas cookie tins, and I do like to look at the Christmas cookie tins because I like Christmas cookie tins. I'm just a fan of them. These ones on the left are musical, so we're going to check those out and let the music play for just a minute so you can hear that. But we just really enjoy all the beautiful tins that they bring out this time of year. It's always inspirational to check out all of the different cookies that they have. Maybe I can find a few of these recipes somewhere and we can make these at home with the kids. It would be a nice homeschool project to do that. I was also admiring these fire pits. The tiki fire pit, isn't that beautiful? $400. When we moved, we downsized big time, and we are in the market for a grill. Right now, the Blackstones are $279.99. I feel like that's a pretty good deal for that grill. And then Aaron has been talking about snowshoeing on the golf course. I wanted to check out the price of these. They are $70 for the set of snowshoes. Then for outdoor protection or outdoor gear, I saw that they have ski goggles with multiple lenses for $50, and then the snow helmets with the ear covers to keep your ears nice and warm. Those were about $70 a piece. Of course, they've got the inner tubes for sledding and the sleds. There was a child playing on that piano earlier, and it sounded really good. And then the Lego table, you can't go wrong with that as a gift. All right, these regular jackets right now, they're the work wear jackets. These are super nice. They're at Costco right now for $30. Really, that's a good deal. They're quilted. They're like a light quilt. It's not a super heavy cotton canvas, but it is a durable cotton canvas. Good for carrying in wood. Nothing's really going to stick to that. These look amazing. All right, let's see. The self-flying camera is $600. The drone bundle is $350. So it's already been a whole fiasco kind of a day. I need to get home and get cracking on some Thanksgiving stuff. I talked to you guys. I had my Costco card in my hand. I don't know what happened between getting off of the camera and walking into Costco, but I lost my membership. And I got to Staples and I was like, where is my membership? I need to find that. Not my Costco credit card thing, but my membership. And so could not find it anywhere. Didn't go into Staples, drove all the way back to Costco and walked in, went to customer service, asked them. They didn't have it. They were like, but hold on, let me call up front and see if up front has it. They called up front and this dude came walking over with my Costco card. So that was good. So I walked out of the store saying, thank you, Jesus, multiple times. And then came into Staples. A friend's child is having a birthday party. So the kids are invited to a birthday party. So I needed to go into Staples to get paper and card stock because my kids are making dragon faces and they go through printer paper because they draw a lot and they do a lot of creative things and paint and all that stuff. So I got some printer paper or copy paper. Let me know if there's a cheaper option to that. What do you homeschool mamas use at your houses? Do you just use white printer paper for all your kids, everything? Because is there a better option? And then a small thing of cardstock, the cheapest one I could find in white because they're making dragon faces. And then they also needed a refresh on markers, and the ones that I had weren't great. Hagen just got alcohol markers from her auntie, and those are awesome. So I found the Crayola Super Tips, and they have a bunch of different shades. These were $13, and it's got all the shades on the back, but hopefully this is going to be... I was trying to wait until Christmas to give them things like this, but they need something to occupy them until Christmas for the next month. So giving them all the markers. I have some other markers at home that I'll give the other kids, but I'll give that to my kids now to do these dragon masks. I'll show you guys what those look like. They're really cool. Oh, and then a friend just invited us to a birthday party, and she said her son likes sensory stuff. So while I was in there, I was like, let me check the clearance section, see what all they have in the clearance section, because I'm looking for some stuff for Christmas ideas and things like that for my kids. So if you're watching this, hey, yeah, this is what I found for your kiddo. I hope this is gonna be good for them. My kids love sensory stuff like this. All my kids still play with Play-Doh. They all love this type of thing. So found some Mixie Squish there, and they also had this Lego kit for $15, which it was in the clearance section. I don't know if that's actually a good deal. I should pull it up online, but it's 194 pieces. It's a burger food truck, you guys. We love burgers. My little guy, Bodie, he doesn't have his own set of Legos yet because he's just 4 years old, or he'll be 5 next year, in the beginning of next year. So, he's always playing with everybody else's Legos, and they all claim that they're their Legos, and I'm like, we all live in the same house, they're everybody's Legos. So guess what? Now he's getting his own Lego set, and it's gonna be awesome. He's got a little burger truck. He loves to make us burgers and do food stuff with the little Lego kitchen. I mean, the Play-Doh kitchen. So he's always being the chef and doing chef things. And you guys have seen in recent videos, he's helping me cook a lot. He's learning how to cut vegetables and produce and things like that. So that is a fun little Lego kit. I'm gonna save that for him for Christmas. So his Christmas fun thing is checked off the list, his toy. And I just have to find some things for the other kids, a few other little fun things for them. So we'll see what else we can find. I'm gonna head to Aaron's work right now. He asked me to stop by, so I'm gonna stop by there and see him. This is my outfit of the day. I don't know that it matches. Oh, it's got the gold color right there on my shirt, so it matches well enough. And I'm just wearing some khakis. You know, it's cold and blustery outside, day before Thanksgiving. You guys are probably gonna catch this on Thanksgiving. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and watching it. I'm gonna share my Costco haul with you when I get home. So thank you for spending your Thanksgiving day with me. I know the dudes are probably watching football or sports or whatever's on the TV today. And I know you're probably in the kitchen just working your tail off, doing things for the family. And I get it. I listen to YouTube when I'm doing things for my family too. I catch up with my friends. I listen to all my friends on YouTube's vlogs while I'm doing stuff for my family. So thank you so much for spending your day with me and hanging out with me. Let me know, what are you looking forward to most on Thanksgiving Day? Two things. What are you looking forward to most? Activity. What are you looking forward to most? Food. Because I'm looking forward to taking it easy. I don't know that I will. And I'm looking forward to eating mashed potatoes and gravy. Because those sound really good. Okay, I've got to get to one other store on my way home. I guess I'm gonna have to stop at a store and see if I can find some goat's milk yogurt and some coconut cream for making dairy-free mashed potatoes. Make it make sense. On sale, $4.49. Regular price, $4.49. All right, it's the day before Thanksgiving, and I had to run into town to get a few things. Aaron wanted to cook up some ribeyes, so I grabbed a ribeye roast. We'll see. Hopefully that's all right. And then at the golf course, he's like, no, I said a pack of ribeyes. And I said, I thought you said a ribeye, like a ribeye roast. Okay, so I got the ribeye roast, and it's a small one. It's itty bitty, you guys. Got a ribeye roast, and then I got one of their rotisserie chickens because we're not gonna do turkey this year. We don't have the space in our home for a turkey and all the fixins and everything. So we just got a rotisserie chicken, and we will reheat that tomorrow. Let me share with you this grocery haul. I went to Fred Meyer's too because they didn't have certain things at Costco that I needed, so I had to go to Fred Meyer's. Ooh, I forgot something. So let me share with you what we got. Grabbed two of these, or they come in a 2-pack. North Coast Organic Honeycrisp Apple Cider. We're gonna make some mulled cider with some mulling spices that we have. We got some mulled spices or mulling spices from Azure Standard in bulk a couple years back, and we need to use up some of those, so we're gonna make some of that. Got some extra eggs. My egg lady's chickens are slowing, well, everybody's chickens are slowing down in the wintertime, right? They all tend to slow down just a little bit, and we can't force them to have eggs. I remember when I had chickens, I couldn't make them lay more eggs in the winter. Just, it is what it is, and you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. So we got some eggs from Costco, and we're thankful and grateful for the eggs that we do get from the little homestead farm, because they are delicious, and we're thankful for those. So rotisserie chicken here. That's the $5 chicken. And then here's the ribeye roast. It was, oh my goodness, $19 a pound. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But it looks good. So that'll make up some good steaks tomorrow. And then went the easy route and grabbed some shrimp cocktail too. The kids have never had shrimp cocktail. That looked appetizing, $17.80. The price of food is outrageous, but YOLO. So we grabbed a few treats. Grabbed some cream cheese for the kids that can have cream cheese on their bagels. We're going to home make some bagels because we're just going to. We're going to give it a whirl. Ancient grains, granola. I got to get back to making granola and all that good stuff. I'm still getting back on my feet. I started PT. Let me tell y'all something. I started PT, and PT is kicking my tail, literally, because it's my low back. And they're just doing some work on me, and it's leaving me rather tired some days. So I'm still getting back to being on my feet more and more every day. Still getting back to all that. So I'm feeling really good. But man, I had PT yesterday, and today I am beat up feeling in my lower back and in my legs. So organic protein. I've stayed away from the protein powders for quite a while, but myself and one or two of the other kiddos could use some extra protein in their milk and stuff like that. So grabbed a thing of that. Not a huge fan, but you do what you gotta do to get the calories in where you can get them in when you need to get the calories in. Grabbed a big container of grapes. Those will be nice with Thanksgiving dinner. We were out of sour cream and out of cream cheese, so we had to restock on both of those for the people in the family that like those. Grabbed some cuties, and then Aaron, when I stopped by his work, he took some of those. Gala apples. They grabbed some apples from the grocery store the other day, but we eat so many apples, I grabbed another bag of apples, so we go through a lot of them. And vitamin C has been keeping us healthy. Any way we can get vitamin C into our diet and supplement it, we do that. And so far, it's really helped shorten the duration of colds, and then it's kept me pretty healthy so far this season, and the kids too. The Great American Root Beer, sweetened with cane sugar, glass bottles, whole bunch of different flavors. So brownie caramel cream, ginger root beer, old red eye root beer, frosty, what does this one say? Frosty root beer, whatever that means, I'm not sure. And then I think it's the same. Yeah, frosty root beer. Just probably regular root beer, right? So those will be tasty. And Red Arrow root beer, not sure what that means either. But there's 10 in there, and there's 5 children, so each child can have 2 of the root beers. Oh, you know what I should have gotten? Maybe I'll have to send Daddy to the store. Was some vanilla ice cream, because then they could have had root beer floats. We might have to hang on to these until we get some vanilla ice cream and then use those for the root beer floats. And that'll be a special Christmas or holiday weekend, Friday night, some kind of special treat. But we got the root beers, so we got those, and that's what we'll do. All right, all of this. Is there anything else that I got from there? Oh, where did I put my Costco receipt just now? Oh, wait, here's my Costco receipt. Let's see if I was right. Oh, no, I was wrong. I was backwards. $283.37. Had my numbers a little backwards. $283.37 for all of that. I think the pricey items were the meat, the Orgain, the vitamins. Those were the pricey things. And then we went to Fred Meyer's. And I know I don't have a receipt for this. It's somewhere, but I don't know where it is right now. And it was $100. I do know that. Back here, we got the extra creamy almond milk, vitamin D whole milk, 3 containers of that. These are just easier for my kids to pour themselves, my little ones, and it just avoids disasters when they're trying to be independent if we don't do the gallons of milk. Otherwise, they're having to wait for mom to come along and pour it, or a big sibling, and you know, they'll wait forever sometimes for that. So we're fostering independence in this house. Cashew and coconut yogurt, organic dairy-free yogurt. This is vanilla bean flavored. Some Thai coconut cream. We're going to use that in either mashed potatoes or pumpkin pies. I can't remember what the plan is for that. But we also have some heavy whipping cream, because I've never whipped up coconut cream. Well, I have to make cosmetics and lotions and things like that, but not to make like a whipping cream. So I just went ahead and grabbed this heavy whipping cream, because that'll be easy to make for the dairy-free whipping cream for those pies. And then we've got the holiday plant-based eggnog. Yeah, sure, we can make that from scratch, but we're not gonna. Not this weekend, not this week. And then the eggnog from Ebhard's for those that can have the dairy stuff. So I saw this, and I've been trying to figure out how we're gonna make chocolate chip cookies. And I wonder, and maybe you guys can comment below, does lard work for chocolate chip cookies to be dairy-free? In lieu of lard, I grabbed some all vegetable shortening sticks, butter flavor, and they had a picture of chocolate chip cookies on there. So I'm gonna make some dairy-free chocolate chip cookies for part of the family. And we have the other part of the family has dairy chocolate chip cookies, because I make those in bulk and put them in the freezer in little cookie scoop balls. And we need some for the dairy-free folks. So grabbed that, but let me know, what else do you use dairy-free and chocolate chip cookies? All right, down here, original yeast dinner rolls. We use these sometimes to make pizzas, but I'm gonna use them for Thanksgiving. I thought about making homemade rolls tomorrow. I'm not gonna do it, y'all. I'm going through some stuff right now. I'm not going to do it. And nobody has to make up any excuses. If you're cutting corners where you can cut corners because you're making a bunch of other stuff that you're not cutting corners on, and you're just one person cooking for a lot, you do what you got to do. So these are good, and these are going to make excellent dinner rolls. I don't know why I grabbed some Mission flour tortillas, but I did. I thought I was going to make burritos tonight because it's the night before Thanksgiving. We have a huge batch of hamburger, deer hamburger. And I was trying to think. I thought, well, we'll make burritos tonight. We'll just have venison burritos. And then I saw these on sale, and I said, well, we never get anything like this. And those looked yummy, and the kids might enjoy these Hawaiian sweet rolls. So I ended up with all these extra carbs. And we make a lot of carbs like this at home from scratch, but I'm not up to it. So we're going to cut the corners and enjoy this stuff, and Mom's going to take it easy. And I spent $100 on these items. Can you believe how much food costs? Oh, yeah, I also grabbed this little mini whisk. And I don't know if that's going to become a Christmas gift or not. And then, confession time, I think I accidentally threw away, or somebody with a whole bunch of produce discard from making something over the summer, lost my favorite IKEA peeler. And all the other peelers. They're all gone. So I bought this peeler, $2 and some change at Fred Meyer's. And now I contemplated, I was like, should I get two? Because we're going to be peeling a lot of potatoes. But someone's just going to have to take turns peeling potatoes tomorrow. So we are making a big old batch of 2 batches, dairy-free and regular mashed potatoes. And then we're probably going to do a green bean casserole, and we're probably going to do a sweet potato casserole. The kids are shaking their head at me. No way, Mom. We don't want green bean fries. But it has the onion fries on it. I might make myself a green bean casserole. Yeah, I might make myself a green bean casserole since nobody else seems to want it. But I'm also going to make either roasted Brussels sprouts with bacon or Brussels sprout salad with a bacon vinaigrette, because that looked really good too. It was bacon, a whole lot of apple cider vinegar, all the bacon fat from cooking the bacon. And I can't remember if they added brown sugar or not to that. But brown sugar sounds really good in that kind of dressing. But they did do all the bacon fat, a whole cup of apple cider vinegar, a whole bunch of bacon. And then they chopped up the Brussels sprouts fine to make a Brussels sprout salad, and then dumped all of that vinaigrette on top of the salad. It looked so good. So I'm trying to decide between roasted Brussels sprouts. First of all, I boil them in salted water, then I roast them, and then we do the whole bacon thing. Well, I make the bacon, toss the Brussels sprouts in the bacon fat, and then roast them after they've been parboiled. So it's a whole thing. It's a whole process. Or do we just want to make the raw Brussels sprout salad, which I think sounds really yummy, and then throw some cranberries in it and maybe some walnuts? That sounds really good to me. Annika's nodding her head yes. So maybe that's a yes. Other than that, we're going to have the steaks and the chicken and the grapes and the shrimps and all the pies. The kids requested mincemeat pies, so if I've got it in me, the energy in me tomorrow or today, because I'm going to go take a rest right now. I'm going to go lay down and rest for a little bit. I am going to make mincemeat pies, because I make those in honor of my mom, who made us mincemeat pies and pumpkin pies and all the pies. And I want to have just so many pies up here on my bar countertop up there, because my mom had a bar countertop and she made 12 pies or so. And I've lost some pie pans in the move, and I'm not sure if I accidentally may have donated them in the move, but I got rid of so much stuff. And so I need to find some of the pie pans, like my father's pie pans that he got when he was here. I don't have those in my cabinet, but I thought I moved them. They're just not with my pie. I have all glass stuff in here. I don't have any metal pie dishes, so I've got to find things like that so I can make more pies. Because right now we only have 3, maybe 4 pie dishes. And I didn't get any aluminum ones. So We might just have to make 3 pies one day, eat them, and then make 3 pies the next day and eat them. Make 3 pies the next day and eat them. And just have a rotation of pies because we need pies for at least a week. And my mom, when she made 12 pies, they didn't last a week. They just lasted like a day or two because there was 7 of us kids and then our friends. Some of us kids had friends that always did the holidays with us. Some of them had boyfriends or girlfriends. No boyfriends at that time, but there was always lots of people at our house. So yeah, and then we're in the season of life where it's just the 7 of us. So we are kind of casual. I'm not having to do it super, super big. And that's nice, but at the same time, we still want to have a feast. We still want to make it really nice. We've got sweet potatoes, so we'll do a sweet potato casserole too. And there's probably a few things I'm missing that I did decide to do that I just can't think of right now, and that's okay. We'll figure it out as we go. I'm going to go lay down. I'm going to feed the kids first, and then I'm going to go lay down for about an hour or maybe a half hour. Maybe I can lay down for an hour after I feed them and get these groceries put away. And then I'm going to start the preparations. I may or may not bring you along. Don't be offended if I don't. I might just try to get it done and see where we can go from there. All right, if that's the end of this, then thanks for joining me, and I will see you in the next vlog. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody's safe out there. If you drink, don't drive, do the watermelon crawl, call a friend, call anybody to come and get you, give you a ride. They'd be happy to. People are happy to give you a drive if you've been having a good time. I'm happy to give people drives if they've had a good time. So be safe out there. Give your family members hugs. Love everybody. Spread the love, share the love, and have a great day.